This is what you need to do in order for you to be consistent whenever you come across this video within the next 30 days from today, as well as start your journey to become successful. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and what we're going to talk about in today's video is documenting your success. Visualizing by writing it down, having a planner, having a to-do list, making progress, as well as affirming what you've been putting out, so therefore you can confirm it and validate what it is that you believe in. Now, if you're new here, make sure you check out the previous videos up until today. It will be somewhere here on the screen or down below of a playlist of the 30-day challenge of consistency. To reiterate before we start today's video, if you're new here, it's important that you watch those videos because we break down what your goals are, if they're short-term or if they're long-term, why you're interested in your goals, what are you trying to experience, what is your desired outcome, how is this going to affect you in different areas of your life, as well as coming up with solutions, problem solving, understanding what you have control over, what you have access to, and recently talking about creating and adapting to your new routine. And if you see me looking over here, this is what I'm reading right now. It's really important that all of this information is equipped and installed in you, so therefore when you decide to make a commitment to yourself, you understand what it is that you're getting into. Being consistent does not have to be difficult or challenging, but it's really imperative for you to be mindful of the responsibilities and the consequences of what it is that you're asking for. So instead of being discouraged, instead of feeling overwhelmed, especially if you're doing something that's new or unfamiliar, just really take time to yourself and ask yourself, am I genuinely going to be able to invest into this goal? You get to decide what your goals are. You get to decide what success is. Now, of course, because we want to be consistent and we actually want these things to be a part of our reality, we have to be practical. In order for you to be practical, you have to be logical. So it's okay if when you decide to start something new that you may not have all the answers. You may not have all the tools. You may not have all the resources or the support. You have to make a decision 10 toes down and commit that even though you may not be where you want, that you're willing to show up so you can get to the direction that you need to. Now, for this video, it's really important that you learn to document your success. Now, you can document your success by using a handy dandy notebook. Shout out to Blue's Clues. You can use your MacBook, you can use your iPad, you can use your Google tablets, your iPhones, whatever you have. It's important that you write this information down so therefore you can track what you've done, what you need to work towards, or the things that you don't have control over. This is important because when you have your plan of losing weight or building a house, buying a car, you have to be strategic about what you're doing. When you decide to set a goal, everything that you're working towards has to be in alignment of it. So if your goal is to lose weight, anything that's not emotionally, physically, financially connected to you losing weight, you have to release, you have to remove. And this is going to include people, places, and things. So for example, if your goal is to lose the weight, and you're surrounded by people who, let's just say, eat certain kinds of foods that you can no longer eat, you have to be able to create distance. Anything that you want, you have to make room for. So physically, if the people around you are not willing to go to the gym, you have to separate yourself and start making time to yourself to go to the gym or find ways to exercise, invest into a personal trainer. Another way you have to make room and make sure that what you're doing is in alignment of what it is that you're asking for is being mindful of what you are consuming. So if you know that you started a diet, if you know that you are implementing new foods, you have to make sure that when you go to the store, instead of buying the cookies and the cakes, you're buying the salads, you're buying the protein shakes, you're buying the protein, you're buying whatever it is that you need. I am not, what is the word? A nutritionist, so I don't know specifically, but that's for you to understand. Same thing when it comes to mentally. You have to educate yourself of what it is that you're asking for so you know what to do. And another example of this is if you're trying to buy a car. It's important to write down when you started to save money, because let's just say you have to save money for the car, you have to write down how much money that you are saving every 2 weeks or whenever you get paid. You have to write down how much money you're taking from your check when you save. You have to start to figure out, where you're going to get your car from. Are you going to go to a car dealership? Are you going to go to, I can't think of it, but let me know, comment down below, wherever place you can get a car from, an auction, that's the word. So it's really important that when you have a goal, that you can see it. And this is what they talk about in manifestation, to write it down. And same thing for people that are biblical. Write down your goals and make it plain. So the example that I've been giving this entire time, if anybody's losing weight, I've been giving you more bonus points. So if the goal was to lose weight, let's just say that we did this November 1st, it would look something like this. You would get your pen and paper and write down November 1st at the top. I don't know if you guys can see this. And then we'll put our goal, which is to lose, let's just say 10 pounds. And then what you put at the top. So I would label it 1 through 10 bullet points. In each bullet point, like I said previously, if you've seen the videos already, you need to answer the following questions. So the first question is, what are you trying to receive? So you would write down lose weight. The second question is, why are you interested in losing weight? How is this going to affect you? And what is it that you are expecting? The third thing you have to realize is now, how are you going to start to lose the weight? The fourth thing you have to do now is create your schedule. What days are you willing to lose weight? How much time do you have to go to the gym? How much time do you have to invest into a personal trainer? As well as your diet. If you have to cut off certain foods, what foods are you now buying? Like, it's a lot that comes with being consistent. It's a lot that comes with being successful, but it doesn't have to be difficult. It's important. So therefore, when, let's just say you decide to start to lose weight and you've been going to the gym for maybe like 2 weeks or even a month, you've been cutting off certain foods, that you're able to track what you invested into. And not just that, it's really helpful that when you write it down, you're able to realize, okay, I started my weight loss journey on November 1st. Today is November 21st. As I'm making this video, and I meant to say actually, today when I'm making this video, when you see it, 20 days, you can see the progress that you made. So therefore, when you go on the scale, you can see how much you gain, how much you lost. Same thing when it comes to just knowing that what you're doing is not in vain. Because a lot of times when we start things and we never done it before, we don't know what to expect. Like, it's one thing to have it in our mind, it's one thing to have it as an idea, but it's not until you start going to the gym to lose the weight. It's not until you start cutting off certain foods. It's not until you're exercising. It's not until you cut off certain people, places, and things who are not contributing to you that you start to see it. And it takes time. Like, same thing with saving a car. It could take years, it could take months, it could take days. It just depends on how much time, energy, and effort you're putting into. And because there's only 24 hours in a day, not being so stressed and overwhelmed also will help you with you having this document. So for example, I don't know why I keep having these baby hiccups, but for example, another goal, let's just say if you wanted to save $1,000, and same thing, you started November 1st, it's important that you track this information down. So therefore, when you're saving your money, let's just say you saved $20. In the beginning, it may seem like the $20 is small. It may seem like it's minute. It may seem like, oh my gosh, I'm saving my money and nothing is changing. But you have to realize that $20 is going to turn into $200. That $200 is going to turn into $400, then $600, then $800, and then $1,000. Like, you saving $20 for maybe like, let's just say every paycheck that you get, it's going to build up. And in the beginning, when we're doing things, like I said, that's unfamiliar, it may seem discouraging, but you have to realize, if you document your goal, if you are aware and you're keeping up of the progress that you're making, that things are changing. And you have to realize too, that when you start something, it's going to take time, but you're not where you used to be. So if you've been going to the gym, let's just say for 3 weeks, it may not be 50 pounds. It may not be 40 pounds, but I'm pretty sure if you are dieting and you're exercising and you're doing everything that you're supposed to based off your nutritionist or your personal trainer, you will see some results. And results sometimes are going to be based off of what is required. Like, you have to realize what you have control over, what you don't. Like, if you know that you work maybe 6 days out of the week or 5 days, and that you're only able to exercise maybe like an hour on your day off, that it's gonna take a couple of days, it's gonna take a couple of months. Like, you genuinely have to be okay with knowing that everything is going to work out in the end. So make sure that you are documenting your goals. Once again, catch up on the videos, because at this point we're just moving forward. And if you're new here and you have questions or comments, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on your post notification bell, follow me on all social media platforms. All of them will be down in the description box below as well. And if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at TyGuidanceSummer.com. When you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I mean, you can follow me on Twitter too, but that's for more motivational daily, right? But on Instagram and on TikTok, I will be going live until we can reach our goal here on YouTube, and answering common questions that I get when you guys DM me or when you book services with me at my website. And make sure that when you follow me here on YouTube that you vote in the community section, because on Instagram and TikTok, I've been posting polls to see what you guys are interested in talking in about, anything that I haven't discussed, or things that you want to know. But you have to realize that you have to document your goals so you're able to keep progress, to help you stay motivated, and most importantly, to affirm what you've done. So I challenge you to create affirmations as you are documenting your goals. So if you've been working out for 3 weeks, if you've been saving your money for 3 weeks, where you were versus where you are now. And the best thing that you have to do in order for you to be successful and be committed is to keep going. You can't stop until you get what it is that you ask for, or you get to where you need to be. And once you get what you ask for, and once you get to where you need to be, depending on what it is, you still have to move forward. And that's the consistency. It's not the actual goal. Because it's like, once you save $1,000, once you lose a specific amount of weight, once you accomplish what it is that you're asking for, you got it. But what nobody talks about, and I will talk about this in another video, let me know if you want me to talk about it soon. If not, I'll continue the videos that I have for you, is that it's the journey. It's who you had to become. It's what you had to do, like the changes that you had to make. Like showing up for the first 3 months and not losing the weight that you thought you were going to lose. Same thing with saving $1,000. Maybe you had to work 60, 50, 70 hours just to make this money. Like, it's a lot that comes into it. So make sure you give these videos a big thumbs up, comment down below. I'm going to end off this video because I have other videos that I want to upload for you. And yeah, stay tuned and feel free to subscribe. Don't be afraid. Once you choose to do something, just be very intentional, because that's what consistency is. And make sure you follow me on all other social media platforms. Okay, bye.